Keep in mind that we're talking about a future event. Okay, this is Armageddon, the day of the Lord, which is in our time right now, symbolically, the fullness of our time right now. So it's a future event. So with that very important key understanding, you can begin to understand that we are no longer talking about the people of Edom or Judah, because we're talking of a future event. Now, the location of the lands that would be Idumea now are occupied by Arab Muslim nations. So it's not even the same people. It's not even the same people, okay? And then the unification, this has to be absolutely clear in your head. The unification of the symbology between Judah and Edom simply represent the believers in Christ are the non-believing Gentiles of the future age. They don't believe in the doctrines of Lucifer represented by the devil. Now that is provable in the understanding that ancient Israel, and we're talking about non-believing Israel, and we're going to show you who they are in just one moment. Ancient Israel worshiped these fallen strange gods, Ashtar and Baal, and that all of their prophets tried to get them to stop sacrificing people and animals, and eventually lifted them to just the offering of the products of the land. And there was a reason why they did that, because they were motivated by the Spirit, which is the Spirit of God that is upon the heart of the believer, is trying so fervently to try to get this sacrificial blunder to stop. And you see, even down to Moses was successful in getting them to put off their animal sacrifices in favor of offerings of the land. Okay, so you see a progression of pulling ancient Israel, okay, from a materialistic state bound by the law into a spiritual estate ascending to the understanding of the love of the Father. But somewhere down the line, we have a split, and that we see that ancient Israel maintains its obligations to that of the fallen prince of this world. So now you understand that our Father is love and certainly does not require any sacrifices of people. And you can see it within the Hebrews' own history with their spirit-minded prophets trying to pull them from this event. Okay? So, once again, we're talking in the future. The people that occupy Idumea are not the same people today that occupy Idumea. So it cannot be, in the exact sense, the peoples of those lands or locations. It has to be the symbolic representation of the union of these two symbols in the future time, which will now exceed those lands in full and symbolically fulfill themselves as the identity of the people who believe in Christ all over the world. That false Israel believes that they are the Gentiles. Remember, Israel, or at least the Sanhedrin, the rulers of Israel, rejected that of Christ. They rejected Christ. So, false Israel believes those who worship Christ are the true Gentiles. And I'm going to be able to show you this. But keep in mind, this should show you alone. We have the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with the fatness, with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Well, didn't I just tell you about the olden prophets trying to stop this slaughtering? You think this is our Father requires the sacrifice of blood today? Do your research and you'll find that it's not.